Hello gardening fans, on this episode of Street Smart Gardener, we're going to talk about bulbs. Early to bed, early to rise. Today we're here at the nursery in our pottery section, and I'm going to show you what to do with your leftover pottery that you might have taken your annuals out of for the fall, and we're going to choreograph a bulb garden for spring. We have today some daffodil bulbs that are good and firm. I have some tulip bulbs that are firm, and I have some hyacinths. They all bloom at the same time, so we'll have this barrage of color that comes up in the springtime. The first thing I'd recommend, just select some hardy bulbs from your favorite garden center, which is, okay. And before we get started in the garden, I want to talk about some tools that are used for planting bulbs. Trowels, always select a good trowel if you're going to use this, something that's sturdy. We have some good Clarendon Forge ones here that'll last you some generations here at the garden center. An old faithful one here is just a simple bulb planter. This has depth indicators on it for inches. Other things on the market are these little dibbles. It's like a small trowel. You might have seen these on TV and so forth. Little augers that can be used in your drill. They work, but I'd recommend maybe a scar in the top of it so that it grips in your chuck of your drill a little better, so it's not slipping. And if you have a lot of bulbs to plant, you probably ought to use a drill with a cord to it. Another nice tool is this one that you can stand up and use. Made from aircraft aluminum. It's even got a little rubber kick pad on it, a T-handle. This is well-made quality here. This will last you for a long time. The serrated edges, if you had a root, you had to use it as a saw to cut the roots or get through something hard in the garden when working that soil. This is handy. I put some media in here, some well-rotted compost, soilless media, and I have that down about 8-9 inches from the rim of the pot. Now I'm going to set my daffodil bulbs. I'm going to set them in there so they're snug. There we go. I got 3 of them in there. Now I'm going to add a few more inches of soil. We'll firm that out so it's nice and level and pat it down. I started at about 9. I'm at 7, so that's good. Now we're going to add the tulips. Do you like planting tulips? Maybe you'd like to tell your favorite politician, hey, you can plant tulips. Anyway, let's put that in here. I'm going to do some on the outside so the daffodils will kind of come up through the middle. Now I'm going to add a couple more inches of soil mix. And we'll measure down again. We were about 7, now we're about 5. So now I'm going to add the hyacinths. A little tip is you want to take this in and have some cold storage. You want to keep it about 35 to 40 degrees, and usually 40 to 90 days is ideal. Maybe a garage, your garden shed, some unheated source. Tip to remember is 40 at 40. So 40 days and at least 40 degrees. Keep an eye on them, just water them. If you're worried about critters coming in, maybe put some burlap over, something just to set over. Keep them in your garage, and just as the bulbs start to emerge out of the pot, that's when you want to bring it out, set that out in a sunny location so that the bulbs can continue to grow. You can grab your handy dandy cool grip watering can, pretty neat, it's got measured on it. It can actually take this off in the top, and it twists for easy storage. And it comes in a bunch of funky colors, which is kind of nice. So I just want to give that a little drink. Have you ever tried this drink? So let's say planting bulbs in your container is not your thing. Let's go plant some bulbs in the ground in your garden. Okay, we're here in the landscape today. We're just gonna plant some bulbs for a little fall color so we can enjoy in the spring, spring color. I like to work the soil. I'm using my digging fork here. I'm just gonna aerate it. Here we have an organic product called Bulb Tone that I like to mix in when I'm planting my new bulb gardens. Most important, we use loose, well-drained soil, rich in organic matter. I'm just going to work in a little bit. That's good. These are deer resistant. We have many bulbs available in our garden center for fall planting from miscellaneous varieties and all the latest trends. We always want a good firm bulb, something that hasn't been sitting around for too long. It's not soft or been wet. And this is good. It's this year's harvest, good and solid. This is their roots here, and you always want to make sure these go down. These are going to be planted just about 3 inches deep here. A little tip that I do is pinky to thumb, and that'll kind of give you the adequate spacing so you know the next one will be at the thumb. That's it. Dig, drop, dump. Simple. And remember, the W&W Nursery and Garden Center, let's grow green together.